Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I thought I would just share a memorable story from my life. Not that big of a deal, but it was a humorous story that I thought might be worth sharing, if nothing else, for my posterity and my children and grandchildren. But, anyways, so, boy, this was 19. No, not 19. 2000 and, oh, 2000 2006, probably 2006. Yes, in Troy, Michigan. I quit Honda down in Ohio to take a job for a Japanese automobile parts supplier in Troy, Michigan. And anyway, so I started to frequent the fast food restaurants nearby. And I had a kind of a rotation. Probably there was 4 or 5 different fast food restaurants close by. So I started frequenting these on a regular rotation. And the first time I went to the local Taco Bell, I went through the drive-through and I was welcomed by "What's for lunch?" A young black guy responded to my as I drove up to the drive-through, and I didn't see him at first, but "Hey, what's for lunch?" And I just got such a kick out of that. It brought a smile to my face. So I started to look forward, about every 3 or 4 or 5, maybe once a week. We'll go to the local Taco Bell, and I got used to my "What's for lunch" guy, who always brought a smile to my face. He had so much energy. And then one day, I don't know, probably several months into my frequenting the joint, he disappeared. He vanished. I never, well, I didn't know what initially I didn't know what happened to him. So, anyways, as I was doing my regular rotation, a little while had passed. Then I went to the McDonald's across the street, just across and a little bit down the street on Livernois Avenue up near, probably near Maple Avenue, 15 Mile. And then I walk in the door one day, and then I hear from the it was kind of a big crowd at lunch, and I hear "What's for lunch?" So I guess he'd I don't know if he got fired, he got recruited from McDonald's. They wanted some positive energy over at the McDonald's, and so I found him over at the McDonald's. And "What's for lunch?" And you're greeting all the customers at the counter. Oh, and I used to love love to go see him there. And then he all of a sudden he disappeared from there. What the heck? Wow, where's my "What's for lunch" guy? And then at my regular rotation, this was probably a little less frequent. There was a Subway sandwich joint up the street. And lo and behold, I pop in there one day, and "What's for lunch" is working at the Subway sandwich. And oh my heavens, I can't. I'm sure along the way I told him how much I appreciated it. But it brought a smile to my face every day. But well, every day that I saw him. But anyway, so and then not long after that, that company and I parted ways. We mutually parted at their request. No. Anyway, so I'm often reminded of my "What's for lunch" guy, and every once in a while I remind my children of that story, and they seem to get a kick out of it. You may not. I don't know. I just thought it was so funny that he just boom, 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 making the circuit on the fast food joints. But Yeah, I never figured out if he was being recruited or if for some reason they didn't like him. He was too much for their joint and let him go or whatever. But hopefully he was bound, working his way up the ladder. So if you're ever in Troy, Michigan, and run across, maybe he owns his restaurant by now, his own restaurant by now. This was back in 2006 or so. But so, anyways, that's my Whass for Lunch story. Thank you for listening.